help. I'm at Quiet's camp. There's been some intense sea activity on the island. They all turned into monolith again. Damn, someone's here. Did you get that guy talking? What's his name? Wodeczka? Not yet. Well, I've got an idea. It works like a charm on folks like him. Do whatever it takes. If we go back empty-handed, he'll throw us to the Chimera, no shit. Copy. I'm on it. Stand by.
You killed him, right? That mercenary? What was it? He left to get some water. Said he'd waterboard me until I told him everything.
How did you end up here at Quiet's camp?
After the signal, they all packed up and left. Didn't even bother to check my bunker. So I decided to warn everyone off the island. I needed a powerful radio. I knew Quiet had one.
What did that walk guy want from you?
They were looking for the source of the signal, I guess. But I have no idea who they're working for.
What happened to Noontide?
After you left the island, first, Striders showed up, put together a small team. Dudney, Horse, a few others, and he ordered the rest to defend the island. He said the ward would never forgive him for what he was about to do. But if he didn't, there'd be no more Noontide. So they left. And then there was the signal, and I can't get there, for the monolith cries out of my head.
Where did that signal come from?
Somewhere deep inside the shelter. I'm sorry I can't give you an exact location. My equipment didn't last long under that sea exposure, just like the Noontiders. One thing's for sure, a blast that powerful doesn't just happen. There must be a device. Something from the monolith's past, probably. There's a problem, though. The vents at the shelter don't work. Underground rooms are filled with toxic waste gas. This place is already falling apart without Horus.
How did a monolithian device end up in the shelter? Strider always tried to keep that stuff away from Noontide.
I can only think of one person. Faust. You know how much he clung to the past. I couldn't stand those sermons of his.
Gas isn't an issue. I'll figure it out.
Very prudent of you. But right now, you can only get to the underground from outside the base, to the northeast.
Listen up, guys. There's something going on over at the Sphere. Gunfire and shit. Don't want to freak anyone out, but they mentioned monoliths. Here's the plan. Those with enough zone experience, meet me at the bar. We'll figure out how to defend Silesia if they decide to pay us a visit. No greenhorns for now. Stay put and don't try to be a hero. If you're scared, Warlock's got something to calm your nerves. Skiff, this is Dallin. The Colonel says you're looking for the source of the signal that launched the Monolith program. Made any progress?
Yeah, I found the emitter.
Great. Get it over to the chemical plant. We're waiting for you.
Mute, come in. 8th, alphabet. Saba! Machine! Are you there? They weren't on the island when the signal hit. Maybe they weren't affected. All right, let's see what you've got.
You were right. It's some kind of device. Do you know what it is?
An emitter. It was used to control the monolithians. When linked to the X network, it transmits commands on a Psi frequency that no monolithian can resist. I've never seen one of these intact before, but I've come across some of the components. I even repurposed a few for extracting energy from the waste here.
Do you know how many of those emitters are out there? Did Faust mention anything?
Good thinking. After Azimuth, Strider asked me to listen to the old monolithian network chatter again. I did come across a peculiar message. Faust told his men to reach out to their brother Sukin about the Sphere mission. I assume he was referring to another emitter.
Ça marche.
But how did he get so many? Then again, if I found the components, nothing stopped him from doing the same. Does that mean I had a hand
Non,
in
surtout
this?
celui de Faust.
That Monolith's return is my doing? And Faust's?
What are you gonna do now, Professor? Wild Island isn't safe anymore.
Where would I go? This place is my home. Noontide's home. Only the dead have no hope. That's what Horrors used to say. He was right. He was right all along.
Zalicia is requesting assistance. Our forces are stretched thin, and the fanatics are still advancing. Damn it.
Qui vous voit là.
Thanks for coming to our aid, Skiff.
Oh, salut les vieux.
Just your luck, right? Every time you show up in Zalicia, the shit hits the fan. Last time it was the Ward, and now it's Monolith. Glad to see you're still alive. There ain't many of us left. Everyone who didn't run off and didn't get killed is here.
Donc, quoi.
As you can tell, we could really use some extra hands.
How can I help out?
Our supplies are running thin. Warlock is working on it. You can discuss it with him. Lenz's injury is getting worse. But the biggest problem is defending Zalicia. Remember our guide? We called him Uncle Leonia. He was a monolithian all along. I couldn't believe my eyes when I saw him leading their squad. A second later, he ordered them to open fire at us. That's when I had to accept the truth. Luckily, I know where the bastard is when he's not out there killing his own comrades.
You want me to kill him?
That's right. I'll send you the coordinates. It's the house where he used to meet newcomers, to take them to Zalicia. The bastard.
Ça marche.
1 box of ammo at most, a couple of med kits, a couple new guns, 4 grenades. No food.
Ça donne quoi?
Are you with us?
Seems like you could use a hand.
I sure could. Gaffer and I are trying to turn this kindergarten into something that could actually stand up to those monolithians. Our plan is ambitious, but it won't mean squat without some gear. And while I'm wrapped up in this mess, there are two other issues on my plate. First, there's Hamster. He's holed up in the emission shelter, hoarding supplies like they're gold. Second, my precious gun is lost somewhere in the clutter at Lenz's workshop.
Sounds easy enough. So it's all here in Zalicia.
If I send you on some wild goose chase, I know you probably wouldn't bother coming back, huh? And what would I have you do out there anyway? Make a run to the slag heap and back? Take on the ward at a pontoon bridge?
Freeze! Don't come any closer.
Keep it down. Who's there? Oh, it's you. Apologies, but at the moment my trading assets are, let's say, frozen. But thanks for stopping by. Take care and goodbye.
Not so fast. The gaffer needs supplies. Can we work something out?
I've got security covered for another year. Plenty of food and gear too. You've got nothing to offer me.
Hey you. How much is he paying you for security?
That's a trade secret.
Why? You want to offer me more, Stalker?
Je t'offre le double.
You heard me right. This is for protecting the gaffer's house.
It's a deal.
You bastard! What about our contract? The fucking mercenary code. We had an agreement. I paid you in advance.
In times like these, the only code that matters is survival. Your greed is going to get us both killed way before the monolith shows up. You're not a hamster. You're a fucking rat. This way, I can at least help some decent folks. Especially if they're willing to pay me more.
Come on, this ain't right. I'll double it, okay?
If you double it, you can tag along.
T'apprendras à jouer perso.
I took care of your problem with Hamster.
That was pretty extreme. But desperate times call for desperate measures.
They're watching us. Up there on the hill, you see? Wish I could get them to scram, but I can't even come close to hitting them.
Deux secondes. On va bien régler.
The monolith's will has not been done. Zalicia shall fall. Few infidels remain. No one should be left alive. No one should stand in the monolith's path. Complete your mission. It's time for our final prayer.
The infidels will fear us. You shall take away their fear. The infidels will hate us. You shall take away their hatred. Within the monolith, all is one. All will return to...
Bienvenue au Vietnam. C'est la guerre, tu me tues lentement.